Hey guys, Indiana here. We're back again with another Universe Mode. We are on the SmackDown, a week away from Money in the Bank. And as promised, the New Day have a tag team warm-up match, preparing them for, at Money in the Bank, they will challenge for the newly established World Tag Team Championship belts, which will help showcase who has the more dominant tag team division on said brand. Right now, the New Day are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, while the Street Profits are the Raw Tag Team Champions. And an impressive showing here by the New Day might get in the mind of the Street Profits before the pay-per-view in 1 week's time. Why do I say that? Well, if you remember, on Raw, the Street Profits had a really tough time against Lucha House Party. Lucha House Party put up a lot more of a fight than I think the Street Profits were expecting. So if the New Day can defeat their tag team opponent, will that give them the upper edge next Sunday for the World Tag Team Championship belt? I don't know if we explained the rules, but just in case I have, here it is again. The winner of the Tag Team Championship bout next Sunday will, whoever brand has the belt, say SmackDown gets it. Say the New Day win next Sunday. It will be up to Raw to find new challengers until that brand can get the tag team belt off the SmackDown brand, and vice versa. AOP coming down, Razor and Akam looking ready to get into the New Day, ready to tear into them. They've had a impressive short little run, debuting last year, I believe. I don't know if I can remember correctly if they've held a tag team belt yet. I think injury has plagued this poor tag team, but they are a formidable opponent. Even though just the two powerhouses, I would probably say, Akam and Big E are going at it. Or I might be confused. I think it might be Razor. We're going to call him Razor. And Akam. I'm probably mispronouncing their names. Big E has not let up on poor Akam, though, throwing him into the ring post. Now, ooh, that's a huge knee to the face by Big E, who's getting the crowd pumped up now. But yeah, in 1 week's time, at Money in the Bank, the New Day will challenge for this new belt. It's basically reestablishing the tag team belts of old, with a new design, of course. What that design will be, we will see next Sunday. Razor asking for the tag. Razor's in. Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods is in now. Xavier Woods misses with his shot. And poor Xavier. Xavier just getting mowed down right by Razor. I feel like I'm saying Razor Ramon. But, ooh, poor Xavier. Xavier usually on the outside, but the New Day do defend the tag team belts under the Freebird rule, which means Kofi Kingston is technically the tag team champion as well. It is mysterious why Kofi Kingston is not at ringside right now. Maybe the New Day are saving him for our next Sunday. Maybe it's to keep him fresh and make sure everything's okay while giving Xavier time to shine, or who knows. Xavier, as of right now, is one of the only members of the New Day that's not held a single title. Kofi Kingston, of course, had the WWE Championship and numerous other belts. Big E was the second ever NXT champion, and also a pretty good IC championship belt. And it looks like the two powerhouses are going to be fighting against each other now. I was wrong. I was flip-flopped. It is definitely Razor and Big E are the two powerhouses of these tag teams. And they look like they're about to be hammering on themselves pretty hard to try to get the win. Ooh! What a beautiful snap DDT Razor did to Big E. Pounced out of the corner like a lion attacking a gazelle. And now he's just hammering on Big E, who still hates the reversal system in the new game. Buff is getting used to it. Maybe not. Maybe so. Yeah. Akam watching his partners getting pummeled in front of him. Razor going for the ride. Ooh, Razor gets yanked out with some force. Oh, looks like Razor was getting ready for a big punch. Big E, though, hitting him with them hammers. Big E is probably Big E is definitely the strongest member of the New Day, bringing the power to it, while Kofi and Xavier bring the agility. Now, probably to the more technical side of the tag teams are facing off, while the ring post, the bottom rope did something. Akam reverses. Akam takes down Xavier Woods. Big boot by Akam. Akam. Ooh, big punch by Akam. Knocks Xavier Woods down. He goes for the pin. But Xavier kicks out before before one, really. Oh! Xavier tried to go for 2 big punches, maybe trying to knock Akam off his feet. I can't talk. Xavier just did a big Hurricane Rana. Xavier. I said it wrong. Somebody else's fault. Xavier are going to tag in Big E, it looks like. I think he's calling for, yep, his finisher, Into the Woods. Into the Woods has been hit on Akam. Xavier pointing at Big E now, telling him to get in the ring. No telling what Big E's going to hit on him. Big E, of course, chanting for the New Day, getting the crowd up on their feet tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have one big... Ooh, the air Big E gets on that is definitely phenomenal. And you don't see a big man get that much air that often. And it has to crush Akam. Big E looks like he missed Razor. Big E going to pick up Akam, calling for the finish, it looks like. Akam goes in the corner. Tag team, tag maneuver. Xavier Woods is in. Big E going for the finisher. Xavier Woods from the top rope. That is a very powerful finisher, folks. It is one of the... Someone hates the new system. That would be me. That was stupid. I got nothing. Xavier Woods going for the pin now. Oh, but it's rope break. He gave enough time for Akam to recover. Akam going back out after Xavier. Xavier reverses. Xavier finally hitting. Oh, excuse me. Finally hitting that forearm punch. Xavier tags Big E back in. The powerful Big E is back in. Akam slaps his arm, but Big E doesn't look phased. Uh-oh. Big E is not impressed by Akam. Big E reverses. Big E shows the power. Big E going back and tagging in Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods now stomping a mud hole and Akam. Akam goes back in the ring. Xavier punches him in the face. They stare at each other. Poor Xavier loves that forearm twist, but it has not done well for him this match. Looks like Akam is just trying to taunt Xavier right now, showing him that he can do what he wishes with him. As soon as I say that, Xavier turns it into a big reversal, spinning roundhouse kick to Akam's face, and a big punch in his face just to show him who's boss. Jawbreaker, neckbreaker, tomato. I'll get the names down one day. Akam just powers, just shows his complete power he has. Whew. I mean, this tag team, I called Razor the powerhouse, but, on further inspection, both these teams are just super powerful brawlers. Only there's a weak link among this team. Razor looks like he's still recovering on the side. Oh! Kofi Kingston gets out of that with a big forearm to the forearm. Elbow to the gut. And he loves those type of punches. He is just hammering into him. Oh, power slam by Akam. Akam looks like he might want to tag out, but he goes to spin. What? Oh, barely a 1 count. Still a lot of fight left in Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods rolls out. Oh, classic by Xavier Woods here. Xavier Woods looks like he's going back into the woods. Looks like he's going to go tag Big E, and Big E might be being called in to put an ending to. Yeah, Big E's pumped up. Oh! Powerful running elbow by Big E as Big E stomps a mud hole and Akam. Big E goes back out. Maybe they probably attack Akam some more, but Akam already got back in the ring. Akam reverses, picks up Big E. Big E falls on him. Big E is a powerhouse that weighs well over 300 pounds, more than Akam probably could deal with. Oh, big splash by Big E. He goes to punch Razor. Razor staying in sweet time. So is Big E. Big E gives a big punch to his face. And Big E calling for it, folks. Big E is calling for the ending for Akam. Is this going to be the end of AOP? Big ending! Big ending! Boom! 1, 2, 3, and the New Day pick up an impressive win over AOP. 2 very strong opponents. This could possibly rest for disaster for the Street Profits. As said earlier, the Street Profits did not really have a strong showing against Lucha House Party, probably underestimating them. But it looks like the New Day did not underestimate AOP and took them to town. Couple of slip-ups there, but a very good classic back and forth bout, showing just the power and the dominance of the New Day. Now on to our main event, which is a warm-up match for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is the Intercontinental Champion, and he will be defending the IC belt next Sunday at Money in the Bank against one AJ Styles. AJ Styles seems to have been on a mission recently, as he, after WrestleMania, reformed the OC and has been taking charge ever since then. This will be a major step of getting AJ Styles' career on the right path after a pretty bad loss at WrestleMania. Now, AJ Styles has addressed the controversy of him stealing the United States Championship, saying, in all honesty, I thought I was going to be drafted to Raw. So, AJ basically made an honest mistake and overshot the shark and accidentally went ahead and took the United States Championship for himself. Since then, AJ Styles has, I think, given the United States Championship back. I'll try to get an interview with him later and figure this out. But the OC's Carl Anderson will be facing Daniel Bryan in his warm-up match this evening. Daniel Bryan walks out with the Intercontinental Championship belt. Shane McMahon had a very important announcement that he tweeted out today during this episode of SmackDown during the tag team match, where he stated he wants to make the the Intercontinental Championship belt mean something again. And he wants either Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles to take it into that new era. He even put a new rule in: if you could defend the Intercontinental Championship successfully for more than 4 months, you will automatically get, once you lose that title belt, a WWE #1 contendership. So that already proves that the IC Championship belt is a beautiful stepping stone for what is to come. But it also proves a dominant IC champion gets his name in the history books. It also proves that, you know, the IC Championship belt is one of, if not the, you know, one of the best titles that we have to offer here in the WWE. And it deserves to be treated with a lot more respect, and it sounds like Shane McMahon plans on giving it that respect, as the title has the best lineage and some of the best champions and some of the best matches in wrestling history. Only maybe second by our WWE World title. It has a longest lineage as the World Heavyweight Championship over on Raw, which started in the NWA. So, in saying that, there are only 3 titles here, you know, that you know are legit. You know, you are the best in the world. Or let me rephrase that. All belts mean something special. But the IC Championship belt is going to be meaning something totally different. It is in its own class as its own. I think that's a better way to phrase it, because the United States Championship belt also has a great lineage. Daniel Bryan in a pin kicks out at 1. But, you know, the IC belt is just on a class in its own when it comes to stuff like this. It has, you know, some of the best wrestlers in the business holding that title. You know, some people that you might not see ever main event usually win the IC Championship belt. And the IC Championship belt's usually enough to even get in the Hall of Fame by itself. Pile driver by Carl Anderson. Looks like Daniel Bryan is getting a nice beating before Money in the Bank. But, you know, IC Championship's always been a belt on its own. It's one of my favorite belts, right under, you know, the World Heavyweight and WWE. But, you know, all the belts mean something special. Tag team, you're the best tag team in the world. United States, you're a United States champion. IC is just... Okay, so the United States Championship belt is the belt of the person who represents America. The American dream. The what America is. And while the IC belt is probably just who is the best, you know, the best worker, the best show stealer, the next big thing is usually the guy who holds the IC Championship belt. And don't get me wrong, the people who run the show will always be the world champs. Those are the guys, the main eventers, the people you come to see. But the IC Championship belt is also a reason a lot of people come in here. And I think it's going to be very awesome to see what these new champions can bring to the table now that the IC Championship belt is getting dragged out of the shadows and back into the spotlight. Same thing with the United States Championship on Raw. Crap, The Rock is challenging for it. The Rock came out of retirement just for the United States Championship, and he'll fight for that belt next Sunday at Money in the Bank. Now we're going to get back to the match now that I've kind of explained to you what's going on. Daniel Bryan getting his new submission hold in. Looks like he's trying to get Carl Anderson to tap. Looks like Carl Anderson's just not ready to give up yet. And Daniel Bryan lets go before he could probably break out. Daniel Bryan is a submission machine specialist. Probably one of the best people that can throw you into submission, twist you like a pretzel, and you don't know what's even happening to you. Carl Anderson goes to the pin after a mighty punch. Daniel Bryan kicks out at 1 again. Daniel Bryan seems to be having a rough go at it. Possibly some bad ring rust after his match with Sami Zayn. Zayn. What? 2K, man. 2K. I'm guessing we're going to have some problems like that this whole universe mode. Daniel Bryan lays out Carl Anderson. AJ Styles is wearing his hood inside very, very menacingly. Staring at Daniel Bryan, and maybe, if I'm hearing correctly, threatening Daniel Bryan about next Sunday. Will the OC be in his corner, though, or will AJ Styles fight like a man? That would be yet to be seen. 1, 2. Carl Anderson kicks out at 2 after a pretty powerful knee, I believe, by Daniel Bryan. And Carl Anderson gets right back up, no song. Daniel Bryan dodges out of the way. As I said, Daniel Bryan is one of those top wrestlers I'm talking about, as he does hold the United States Championship belt, United IC Championship belt, and he's probably one of the best wrestlers in the company. And Daniel Bryan is a main eventer wherever he goes, and so is AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been recently voted best wrestler in the world a couple years in a row. Daniel Bryan calling for the elbow in the air. Carl Anderson moves out of the way. And this is one of those classic IC matchups that we will have at Money in the Bank. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan in a never-before-seen match. You know, they fought for the WWE Championship belt, and that's been great. That turnbuckle was really giving Daniel the mean eye. But the IC belt brings out some just technical masterpieces in people. I mean, this is the belt that, steals your show. So I'm really looking forward to what they do next Sunday as Daniel Bryan slips a mud hole in Carl Anderson. Daniel Bryan, just the fan favorite, is getting the crowd up off their feet. They're getting ready for this evening. He looks like he's confused about why the running knee is not working. But he seems like he's just trying to figure out this 2K stuff. Misses the running knee. Carl Anderson is Irish ripping him out of the ring. Will the OC get involved? No. AJ Styles backs up. So does Luke Gallows. With much as soon as I said that, the dastardly AJ Styles comes right behind Daniel Bryan, giving him a stare down. Doesn't look like AJ stepping in the ring. Looks like Daniel Bryan's caught. Carl Anderson taking him over to the turnbuckle, headbutting the turnbuckle. Daniel Bryan reverses. Carl Anderson's now on the turnbuckle. Daniel Bryan to the mid turnbuckle. DDT. What a powerful DDT. Daniel Bryan is once again calling for it, everybody. Will this be the end of Carl Anderson? And there it is. The Submission King is back at it again. And it looks like he might tap out, folks. It looks like he might tap out. But he's working out of it. He's working out of it. He's working out of it. Oh! And Carl Anderson breaks out of the Submission King. The best, I would say, the person with the best submissions in all WWE, Daniel Bryan submission hold. That is a feat that should not be missed out on. It's Carl Anderson with a drop kick. Daniel Bryan at 1. Daniel Bryan at 2. Daniel Bryan at 2.5. Daniel Bryan kicks out 2.5. This is a show stealer tonight. It's our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Anderson's calling for AJ Styles. AJ Styles, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, didn't have it. And, golly. That might be it for Daniel Bryan. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan just got pinned by Carl Anderson. Holy crap. What does this have to tell for this Sunday? Uh-oh. What's about to happen here, folks? Both men are up. AJ Styles keeping his distance, though. Carl Anderson having the handout, and Daniel Bryan shakes his hand. This is very confusing, folks. I do not know what this entails for Daniel Bryan at Money in the Bank, but thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you're new. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Peace.